In this video, I'm going to take you through the basics of GIS using especially we are going to use ArcMap. And in here we are going to learn how to create basic maps. We are going to start with georeferencing the map, then we digitize the map, then we apply certain aesthetics to it to get a map of our choice, right? But then we are going to so with the georeferencing, we have two forms of georeferencing. We have two forms of georeferencing, but the one we are going to use over here is using the graphical methods. So we have the graphical and the non-graphical. But over here, we are going to learn how to perform the georeferencing using the graphical method, right? So graphicals are basically the coordinates. If I give you an image of a map and the map has coordinates, then we see the map has graphicals. So that's what we are going to do. So you are going to first of all going to import an image. Mind you, any image you import into GIS has to be georeferenced. What we mean is that when you georeference this, the map is being given coordinates. Okay, so I'm going to import an image into GIS, then we georeference the image, then we digitize the image. So let's start. First of all, basically, you have to link your GIS to a folder, right? Connect your GIS to a folder, a working folder, and I've already done that. So I'm just going to go straight to the point. So in order to do that, I'm going to import an image. So I come to my catalog. Then in my catalog, I search for my folder. So my images are here. Then I come to image files. It might be different from yours. So where you have your images, you just follow the prompt then you. But this is where I've saved my images. So I'm going to open there. I'm going to open there. So I open my images. Then I'm going to work with image H, figure H. So I'm going to just work with figure H. So this is figure H. Then I select it. Then I drag it into my workspace. Then I just go close. Let me just go to OK. Yeah. So this is my image. You realize that my image has coordinates. These are the coordinates, also known as the graphicals. The coordinates, also known as the graphicals. So now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to. I'm basically going to. So now I have my map imported. This map is basically not georeferenced, like it has no coordinates, although you can see that there are coordinates on the map. This map, the coordinates of this map are really not right. See, over here I can see 1 degrees, 30 minutes, 0 seconds west, but when I put my cursor there, you realize that check the lower button over here, check the side, okay, and let me put it there. You realize that they do not correspond, okay. So this map is not georeferenced. It has no legit coordinates. So I have to give this map coordinates in order to be able to work. So for me to do this, I'm going to georeference this map. So we are going to start. So first of all, you are going to activate your georeferencing tool. You're going to activate your georeferencing tool. That is if you don't have it. But for me, I've already So as I was saying, I already have my map to be I already have my georeferencing tool activated. So this is my georeferencing tool. But if yours is not activated, if you can't see any tool like this, you simply have to come to customize. Then you go to toolbars. Then you can see georeferencing over here. So you just have to check it. You see when I unchecked it, mine has left. So if I want to bring it back, I just go to customize, toolbars, georeferencing, then I check it. Then it's being activated. So now we are using the graphical method to georeference. So what you do is you first of all make sure that the image selected over here is the image you are georeferencing, which I selected figure H. That's what I'm using. Then when you come here, you can see add control points. So I'm going to add control points, right? After adding control points, I'm going to take note of I'm going to take note of this coordinate. Okay. Take note of this coordinate. So the coordinate over here is 7 degrees 30 minutes 0 seconds north, 1 degrees 30 minutes 0 seconds west. So you take note of this coordinates. Then you simply have to, so after select add control point, you see the cursor changes. So I right click at this portion. you select this portion, you click on this portion, then now you right click. Now you realize that you have input X and Y and input DMS of longitude and latitude. I'm supposed to select the input DMS of longitude and latitude, but you realize that mine is unchecked. If you're having a problem like this, no, don't worry, just go back to just cancel points, then come to view, then data frame properties. Then you can come to coordinate system. You select coordinate system over here. Then you look for WGS 1984. So you select WGS 1984, then you can apply, then OK. So now repeat the process again. Select the point, right click. You realize that now I have input DMS, but if yours is already activated, you just go ahead and click on it. So over here, I'm going to input the point. I'm going to input the point in it. So now, longitude, for longitude, what do I have? This longitude, right? So I have west, right? You realize that this is west and north. So west here, north here. So at the west, I'm going to input 1 degrees, 30 minutes, 0 seconds. Then at the north, I have 7 degrees, 30 minutes, 0 seconds. I can simply click on OK. So I have my first coordinate. Then I do that. You do that for at least 3 points. At least 3 points will be enough, right? So I'm going to do that again for this second point. We're going to do that again for this second point. So I simply just want to zoom in so that I'll be able to see. This is too much. Yeah, so I think this is okay. So I simply go again, add points, and I click on this portion. Then I right click, then I input DMS. So what again do I have? I have east and north, right? So at the east portion, I have 0 degrees, 45 minutes, 0 seconds. Then at the north portion, that's the latitude, I have 7 degrees, 30 minutes, then 0 seconds. So I can just click on OK as well. So now for some of you, after you added the second point, realize that you can't see your map. No problem. Just come to your table of contents, select your table of contents, right click on your table of contents and zoom to layer. Right click. Anytime you can't find your map, just come to what you want to show on your this side. You just come there, you right click on it, then you zoom to layer. Your map will appear. So I'm going to add a third point, then that will be enough for me. So let me add a third point at this side. Would that be okay for me? Uh, so I'm going to select this portion. I right click, then input DMS. So now over here, I've already noted the coordinates at the down. Okay, I've noted the coordinates at the down. So I have north, north and east again. So at the east, I have 0 degrees, 45 minutes, then I have 0 seconds. And at the west, you realize that I've not even inputted the north, but you realize that the values are already so close because my image is almost georeference, right? So 6 degrees, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. Then I can now click on OK. So I've added 3 points. Then now I go ahead and zoom to layer, right? So I have already added 3 points. Now, after doing this, I simply have to come here, click on georeferencing, then I rectify. So after rectifying this, save as dialog box opens up, right? Then you realize that the file type over here should be TIFF, TIFF, okay? Then I have my figure figure h2.tif. So let me name it, because probably this isn't my laptop, so I may have, maybe the person have already named it. So let me just name it as figure sh, right? sh, to show that that's my georeference. So let me name it as figure sh. Then it will be saved in this folder. Okay, so I have this. I simply have to browse. Okay, no, let me, so now this is what I have. So it will be saved in my GIS tutorial 2 folder because I've already linked it, right? And I can simply go ahead and click on save. So yeah, my image has now been rectified and georeferenced. So I have my georeferenced image now. Now, I'll have to bring in the georeferenced image because that's what I'll be using. I will not be needing this particular image over here. I'll have to bring in my georeferenced image, the one that I've already given coordinates. So in order to do that, I'm going to uncheck this image, right? Then I come to my catalog. Then I look for my georeferenced image. So I'm coming to GIS Surfer. Then I'm going to look for my georeferenced image. I saved it at figure sh, right? Figure sh. So I'm going to look for that. So I've located my image. This is my image, figure SH. So you also have to locate yours. So now what do I have to do? I just simply have to drag it to my window. So this is my georeferenced image. So now this image here has coordinates. This image here has coordinates. So this is what I'm going to use. So now this is how we georeference images. The next is to digitize the image. Watch the next video on how to digitize the image.